Assalamualaikum dear sir. My name is Mohammad Mubashir. My registration number is 17921146. I am a student of BSCS Morning and I am studying your course differential equations, and the topic of presentation which was allotted to me was about the homogeneous equation, and from the next slide onwards I will discuss about my topic of my presentation is homogeneous equations. First of all, we should know about the homogeneous equations. That what are the homogeneous equations, what are the solution methods along with it, what are the different types and orders of homogeneous equations. In this contents, we will discuss about the first order homogeneous equations, second order homogeneous equations, and along with it, the linear differential equations, which will be further detailed in upcoming slides. So let's start our topic from now. From the homogeneous equations. First of all, we shall know the definition of homogeneous equation or the simple introduction of it. Homogeneous equations, as it is from the name suggests, homo means same. The equations or the differential equations which involving the same degree quotients or variables involving the terms are called homogeneous equations. So we shall know the main difference between homogeneous and a non-homogeneous equation. Let's start from our slide number 1. A linear nth order differential equation of the form a nth derivative term plus a n minus 1th derivative term, so on, a1x derivative term a naught x equals to 0. This equation is said to be homogeneous because it is fulfilling the main condition of it, that the right hand side is given to equal to 0. This is the main condition of homogeneous equation. And where is an equation of the same form which is equals to a given function g of x, it is not homogeneous because g of x is not identical 0, and in this case the equation will be considered as non-homogeneous. Afterwards, start from the homogeneous differential equations, as it simply states that a differential equation can be homogeneous in either of the two respects. A first order differential equation is said to be homogeneous if it may be written in the form of this: function f of xy with respect to derivative d of y equals to g of xy function with respect to d of x. Or we can simply write this equation in the form of dy by dx equals to the given function of f of x, because it will fulfill the main condition of this homogeneous function, which states that the derivative term is equals to the required given function f of x, where we can see that the f and g are both homogeneous functions of the same degree of x and y. This satisfies the homogeneous condition. In this case, if we substitute the change of variable y with g of x, it leads to an equation of the form dx over x, which implies that equals to h of u derivative term with respect to du. This will be the given resultant equation in this case. Forward to homogeneous differential equations. In this case, it states that a differential equation is homogeneous in one respect also, that it should be the homogeneous function of the unknown function and its derivatives. That the function will be homogeneous and its derivatives also, then it is said or called be a homogeneous equation. But in the case of linear differential equations, as you can see, there are no constant terms involved, because in a linear equation we have to eliminate all the constant terms to get a single particular solution or trivial solution. Then it is said to be a linear equation. The solutions of any linear differential equation of any order may be deduced also by the integration method, by taking a simple integration of it, or by the simply homogeneous equation can be obtained from a linear differential equation by moving the constant terms. Okay, a homogeneous linear differential equation always gives the trivial solution by equals to 0. A linear condition equation also satisfies this condition, that its trivial solution will always be equals to 0. Move on to the homogeneous first order differential equation. We can say it homogeneous first order differential equation or first degree equation also. A first order differential equation can be stated in the form of m of xy with respect to derivative d of x plus n of xy with respect to derivative d of y equals to 0. Equals to 0 means that it is a homogeneous equation because it is satisfying the condition that the right hand side will always be equals to 0. Okay, it is a homogeneous type if both functions m of xy and n of xy, these both functions are said to be homogeneous if it's a homogeneous function of the same degree n or nth order differential equation. That is, for that case, we will multiply each variable by a parameter of lambda. We find that the nth term will be multiplied by lambda, all the values of nth term, and so on. The nth term variables will also be multiplied by a variable lambda or lambda of n. Thus, the resultant equation will acquire the form of m of lambda x lambda y over n of lambda x lambda y equals to m of xy over n of xy, which is the resultant given equation. We have given with the solution method of this first order differential equation. We can see in this case that we have given with the quotient term m of dx dy over n of dx dy, which is equals to the original equation m of xy over n of xy. We can let in this case that t is equals to 1 over x. We would simply substitute this t value into this original equation. To simplify this quotient to a function f of the variable y over x. Simply to obtain this y of x term, we would substitute the t 1 over x value in this equation, where it states that m of xy over n of xy equals to m of t x dy over n of t dy. We will replace this equation with this. We will put the t values 1 over y x, 1 over y over x. Then the simple resultant equation will be the given form of the function f y over x. That is our original differential equation, derivative dy by dx equals to f minus fy over x. On with the solution method, because we have another case here of the change of variable case. We will introduce this change to differentiate this equation using the product rule. As you can see that the y equals to u over x is the substitution value, which will be discussed earlier in the homogeneous equations definition. That we will substitute this value in the original differential equation to get the required term. Dy by dx equals to derivative dy by dx, y will be replaced with u x equals to, we can see that the derivative term here will be multiplied with the u and x value, x into dy u by dx plus u into dx by dx equals to x into du by dx plus u. This is the given equation which is obtained by this substitution. Change a variable case, and this will transform the original differential equation into a separable form. As you can see that we will get a separable differential equation in the form x into du by dx minus f of u minus u, or we can simply revert this equation in the form of 1 over x dx by du minus 1 over f of u plus u. We will relate the most important theorem, or you can say the principle of differential equation, which states superposition principle. As this theorem states that the sum of superposition of two or more solutions of homogeneous linear equation is also a solution of it. In simple words, we can say that the sum of one homogeneous equation and the sum of the other homogeneous equation, we will take both of these solutions and it is also a part of the solution of the given equation or time interval इक्वेशन. ठीक है, लेट अब हम इसके अंदर लेट करते हैं एक केस जिसके अंदर हम लेते हैं सबसे पहले y1 y2 सो ऑन y के को सॉल्यूशंस ऑफ द होमोजेनियस एंड थर्ड डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन एक गिवन इंटरवल i के ऊपर, और c1 c2 and c3 सो ऑन हम कांस्टेंट टर्म्स लेते हैं. देन वी विल मेड अ लीनियर कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ दीज solution terms of the homogeneous equation and the constant terms, which we can see or state this that y equals to c1 y1 so on x plus c2 y2 x so on ck yk of x terms. This is a linear combination of both the solution of the homogeneous and third differential equations or the constant terms, where the c of i states that I equals to 1 to k so on arbitrary constants, and it will be the solution on the given interval values. We've got another case of the linear dependence and independence. The next two concepts, these concepts are the basic to the study of linear differential equations. सबसे पहले हमें इसमें मालूम होना चाहिए कि a set of functions होता है हमारे पास f1 of x, f2 of x, so on of fn of x तक. ये लीनियर डिपेंडेंट कब कहलाएगा और लीनियर इंडिपेंडेंट कब कहलाएगा. याद रखिएगा कि लीनियर डिपेंडेंट के केस में ये होता है कि एक इंटरवल आई के ऊपर आपको वैल्यूज मौजूद हैं, वहाँ पर कांस्टेंट वैल्यूज एग्जिस्ट करती हैं, और वो कांस्टेंट वैल्यूज जब इस फंक्शन वैल्यू से अटैच होती हैं और लीनियरली कॉम्बिनेशन बनता है, जब इनका हम कह सकते हैं वो लीनियर डिपेंडेंट तब कहलाता है जब कांस्टेंट वैल्यूज सारी की सारी जीरो मत हों, मतलब कि रिजल्टेंट और गिवन इक्वेशन इसमें वो हमारे पास इक्वल्स टू 2 हो, बट इसमें सबके सब कांस्टेंट वैल्यूज जीरो सम ना आते हैं, तब वो लीनियर डिपेंडेंट का केस कहलाएगा. फॉर एवरी एक्स वैल्यू के अंदर इंटरवल के, और इसके ऑपोजिट अगर इफ द सेट ऑफ फंक्शंस इज नॉट लीनियरली डिपेंडेंट ऑन द इंटरवल, इट इज सेड टू बी लीनियर इंडिपेंडेंट. अगर इसके ऑपोजिट होगा तो हम उसको कहेंगे कि ये लीनियर इंडिपेंडेंट का केस है. इन अदर वर्ड्स, अ सेट ऑफ फंक्शंस इज लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट on an interval I if only constants for which c1 f1 of x plus c2 f2 of x plus so on c on fn of x equals 0. For every x value in the interval are these constant values c1 c2 and c3 equals to 0. All these constant values will produce the sum 0 or 0 term, then this will be called the case of linear independent. Representation of the previous linear or independent or dependent case. As we can see that figure A and figure B both are listed here. In figure A we can see function f1 equals to x graph of function f1 and function f2 is equal to x of modulus graph of function f2. Figure 4.1 states that set consisting of f1 and f2 both functions is linearly independent on the given interval minus infinity towards infinity. So you can see as mentioned in both of these graphs. Now we will get to this second order homogeneous equation, which is the second type of the homogeneous equations. We can also call it the second degree equations. simply in this we can see that this definition states that in an equation where the function terms are carried out on one side of the equation and the right side of the equation will automatically identically become zero, then this equation is said to be second order homogeneous equation. As stated in the definition, we can state that the second definition and the only and the one which we will much more often use states that a differential equation of any order is homogeneous if once all the terms involving the unknown function are reflected on one side of the equation, the other side will automatically or identically become zero. For example, as you can see in this equation, y double prime minus 2y prime plus y equals 0, it is a homogeneous equation because the right hand side of the equation is equals to 0. But on the other hand, y double prime minus 2y prime plus y equals to x, it is not a homogeneous equation because on the right side there is a variable x involved. The non-homogeneous equation of this form can be converted into a homogeneous one simply by replacing the right hand side by 0. If we can replace this d of x derivative of x with 0, then this equation will also become a homogeneous equation. जैसे कि अब हमने लास्ट स्लाइड में देखा सेकंड ऑर्डर होमोजेनियस इक्वेशंस के केस में कि उसमें आइडेंटिकली जीरो होनी चाहिए आपके पास राइट हैंड साइड एज इट इज़ सेम इन द केस ऑफ सेकंड ऑर्डर लीनियर इक्वेशंस, बट उसके अंदर क्या होता है कि वहाँ पर कांस्टेंट टर्म्स इन्वॉल्व हो जाती हैं जिसको हमने डील करना होता है। अब इन दोनों चीज़ों को मद्देनज़र रखते हुए हमने दो प्रिंसिपल रिजल्ट्स इनके एक्सक्लूड किए हैं जो कि सोल्यूशन भी कहलाते हैं डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशंस के, और इनको हम फर्दर डिटेल में देखेंगे। दो थ्योरम्स भी इनको स्टेट कर सकते हैं, थ्योरम ए एंड थ्योरम बी। Now we will start from theorem A. Theorem A, as it is we have discussed earlier, ये स्टेट करता है कि if y1 of x and y2 of x दो linearly independent solutions हैं linear homogeneous equation के, then every solution of these either of y1 of x and y2 of x is a linear combination of y1 and y2. इनमें दोनों का solution जो होगा वो के linear equation combination के solution का part होगा जो कि given interval पे हमें दिया गया होगा. That is the general linear homogeneous equation y equals to cy y1 plus c2 of y2. And in the next theorem, theorem B, it states that if y of x is any particular solution of the linear non-homogeneous equation, y of x वहाँ पर particular solution है linear non-homogeneous equation का, and if y h of x is the general solution of the corresponding homogeneous equation, or y h of x वहाँ पर एक general solution है corresponding homogeneous equation का, then the general solution of the linear homogeneous equation will be the combination of both of these equations, y, which states that y equals to y of h plus y of slash, that is general solution of homogeneous non-homogeneous equation, which implies that equals to general solution of corresponding homogeneous equation plus particular solution of non-homogeneous equation. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. And this was the complete detailed introduction of the homogeneous equation along with the principal results and solution methods and both first order and second order differential equations. Thank you, sir.